Doug Grean.
Yes, my lord.
That plane flight left you with some, well, shall I say, breath?
After plane flight breath. Must have been those snacks, those Cheetos.
Your powers are weak.
Yes, they are. Weak power.
All right, how you doing? All right, this is Scott Weiland. This broadcast is called Happy in Galoshes, and we are taking over. Radio stations you are on tonight, WBCN in Boston. You're playing their, we are playing their Christmas rave show on the 3rd December. KUFO in Portland, K-Rock in Cleveland, Xtreme Radio Las Vegas. And if you want to call in and chat, it's 1-800-506-1621.
Call us up. Let's hear what you have to say. Especially you Cleveland people.
Yeah. Especially without any real directions on that. I just kind of was winging it.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I've done it a couple times. Well, Jim Morrison was, and still is, probably the biggest vocal influence on my life. He's a baritone. I'm a baritone, and so it was sort of obvious from the beginning and easiest. I think my life has mirrored his in a sense, not intentionally, but going into another, one of my favorites is Nirvana, and I think Kurt is the greatest songwriter of our generation. Hello, that was Teenage Kicks by the Undertones, one of my favorite British bands from the punk rock new wave era. Just a simple, amazing song, one listen kind of tune. That song's always been a very special song to me, I remember specifically because Doug was there at the house that we leased out, Jimmy Stewart's old house, and he recorded the original demo, and a matter of fact, it sounds exactly like that.
A lot of that got pulled in, I think. But that was a special time, huh? That was a great...
Yes.
There was a lot of great stuff that happened on that record.
There was.
Brilliant. Brilliant stuff.
All right, so we're moving into probably my biggest overall influence. That would be vocals. That would be fashion. That would be as a performance artist. And overall, like in painting, I think he's a true Renaissance man. David Bowie. There would be no Madonna if there wasn't David Bowie, and this song really kind of says a lot about where I feel like the apathy that young people can think can be sort of set in at times, and then when they get motivated and electrified, changes can be made, and we just witnessed it just recently in the most beautiful sort of way. So this is Young Americans by David Bowie. All right, how you doing? Happy in Galoshes Takeover. This is Scott Weiland, and the song that we're about to play is a song called Beautiful Day. It began as a song that myself, Doug, and my brother Michael, God rest his soul, we wrote and we recorded and mixed in a day, and then we realized we had something really special, and we went and recorded it again, re-recorded it. Now, it definitely has influences of our classic favorites like Brian Wilson and the Beatles, later Beatles, and then it has influences like some of the bands that some of you might not have heard of before, and Doug will lead you into that one in a few minutes
after this cut, right? Yeah. Okay, after we pay some dues here in a minute, we're going to listen to a song by one of our favorite bands, Grandaddy. We're going to listen to Now It's On. Grandaddy is a band that's super big influence on me and Scott. I remember when you turned me on to them it must have been, it was right around the time that I was going down to your house in San Diego, and we wrote Crash, and we wrote another song that didn't make it onto the record. And then shortly after that, we wrote She Sold Her System. Mm-hmm. And those guys, just their use of, analog synth and Mellotron and lo-fi drums and just their production techniques were...
And when they rock, it's like it's like lo-fi new wave rocking.
Yeah, awesome. And so, they're a great influence on us, and great songs, and we can't say enough about these guys.
No.
We should gig with them. I know that I think they broke up, but maybe we could get them to reunite to
sort of I think a tragic breakup.
Underappreciated, awesome, great band. Happens all the time. Sad.
Hi, this is Scott. Happy and Galoshes Takeover. Let's hear it.
I want to know by chance what's going on with Stone Temple Pilots, and how's the new album coming out?
Well, at this point, those guys are writing songs, and they actually went into a studio and wrote a Christmas song. And while we were on the road, we would freeform and write songs, and which is something we never did in the past. Some of them, I think, were quite amazing, and some of them were probably quite snot.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you.
But in general, I think the music is heading into a very interesting direction.
Any tour dates?
Well, that except for a couple here in during the holidays. Right now, we're not playing that far ahead until we sort out a record situation.
Yeah. We saw you guys last summer. It was pretty awesome. So we'd like to see you back in Cleveland.
Thank you.
Oh no, thank you.
Weiland, and we have been taking over the Happy and Galoshes show here. We've got one more song to play, but before that, we'd like to thank the cities that have been listening. That's WBCN in Boston, and that's K-Rock in Cleveland,
and KUFO in Portland, and Xtreme Radio here in Las Vegas. Thanks for having us.
All right. So, contrary to popular belief, one of my favorite albums of all time was Appetite for Destruction. And, I was 19 when it came out, and it was kind of like Sex Pistols for my generation. And the song Welcome to the Jungle was the summer. That was my summer. First moved out on my own.
Big summer.
Parents moved to Colorado, and that was my summer. And I still, I love those guys, and actually, wish Axl a lot of, good luck, and from the bottom of my heart. And signing off.
Right on.